'Cause baby, it's the everything for me, for me, for me. Baby, it's the everything for me, for me, for me. 'Cause baby, it's the everything for me, for me, for me. Baby, it's the everything for me, for me, oh, for me.
If nobody told you as of yet today, I love you. If nobody told you as of yet today, I am proud of you. You're going to continue to achieve anything you set out to do. Thank you, Nate. Also, I already had to give you that brief disclaimer as well. I only want you to take what resonates and I want you to leave the rest behind, alright? I don't want you trying to force certain scenarios for you. If you don't get your confirmation through me, I guarantee you're going to get through with somebody else. So just be patient with your process. Also, y'all know my voice is too raspy to be whispering, alright? So this is about the time that you probably want to go ahead and hit that volume. Now, before we get started, I want to thank you so much in advance for all your love, like, share, subscribes, gifts, kind words, not only to myself, but each other too. I appreciate you. Thank you, God. Thank you, baby. Because I don't always get to pause in the middle of the message and what I'm relaying to acknowledge you. But I'll put it on YouTube, I promise you, all right? So, chosen ones, let's talk. At this point in time, God is saying, clean it up. Now, what do I mean? See, right now, are you prepared for the things that you've been praying for? Are you prepared for that position? Are you prepared for that person? Are you prepared for as far as that tribe, that so on and so forth? If you're not, you have to start beginning to. You understand me? See, God's been giving you signs and synchronicities to step into that direction. But you may have been hesitant. But at this point in time, again, this is the point in time where you need to prepare for the things that you're expecting to come in. Now, when I say that, chosen one, it doesn't just involve certain physical things, but we're going to get into that too. See, there's some of you that need to physically move from the location that you're at in order for you to align in the position that God got for you. So if God's been leading you to move from a different direction, you're going to have to do that, because in order to step into your new season, that's a required step. That's a location that God has something to pass to you, almost like that baton in a sense. You understand me? So that could be him moving you to this location to cross paths with this individual, or whether or not he wants you to apply to certain jobs that's around, that's not where or in that vicinity that you're used to. You have to, again, apply yourself. Listen to what God's guiding you to do, but a lot of you are getting called to physically move. So if you're living with somebody that doesn't serve any purpose. What I mean, like when you around them physically, you get bothered by them. This is somebody that you always have constant issues with them. This is somebody that just triggers your energy as soon as they enter the room. They could just be breathing, and in that sense it bothers you. This is somebody that just doesn't see the same eye as you. When you initially aligned with them, you were still healing, you were still growing. They had grew to their highest expectation, so you had to keep cutting down parts of you in order to still be with this individual. So this is you feeling like you had stability based upon them, so you continue to deal with them, and every time you're around them, you were triggered. This is you having to deal with their disrespect just because you feel like they providing you something in a sense, and the only reason why they providing it to you is because you're not believing in you that you can do it for you. What if you realize that the abundance that they are spending on you, the way that they paying certain bills on behalf of you, that's really your money that they going in your bank account to give? You understand? So spiritually, energetically, you the wealthy person, but because you're speaking that life and stability about them, because you are believing that that's the only reason why you're going to have certain accomplishments or have certain successes, guess what happens, chosen ones? You spoke that into them, so now they have to give that to you. God's not going to have you go without, but sometimes you have to go through some so-so individuals, because if you're not believing that you can do it for yourself, then nobody, you understand, you're going to then be dependent on somebody else. You have to. So when you think about people who are upset about doing a prenup and all of that, they like, well, why would we sign a prenup if you feel like we're going to have forever? Well, somebody else can say that same thing, but a different way. They can sit there and say, well, why wouldn't you if you feel like we're going to align and we'll never have to have a separation? If you feel like this person that you selected is a great person, that if you two for some strange reason chose to not be romantically together, that they would still make sure that you're good. This is somebody that's not going to try to hold things over your head, see you without, see you struggling. They're going to go ahead and make sure that both of y'all even out before y'all head in opposite directions, then, if that was your true divine person. But again, if that's your true divine person, you will never have it ending with them. You understand? But you have to get prepared to be in that position, chosen ones. Because just because you align with your divine partner doesn't mean that everything just changes instantly. Now, it does energetically, but as far as physically, it takes time for the 3D to catch up to that 5D. You understand? So you could find you're going to be aligned with your divine feminine or masculine. You found them. There's still going to be tests that get presented. Now, what do I mean? See, this person, again, think about what you both went through individually on your own roads and journeys. You had people that was hating on you. You had exes that was sending certain magic towards you. You had certain people that you didn't even know that was attacking you. You had certain people leaving comments disrespecting you. You had certain people, the same targets that you had, the same family members that's talking stuff about you now, and the same mother who has an opinion on who you aligning with and who you talking to, the same father that feels like he can ask you for anything, but when you was younger he wasn't there for you. It's like you're going to still have these same individuals try to align with you, but again, you have another individual that went through similar things as well and are going to help you get through it as well. So it's like if they figured out how to get through the journey this way and you figured out how to get through your journey that way, then that means when you two align, then both of y'all are going to be just fine, and God's going to see what y'all can do together. It's almost like that group project in a sense, chosen ones. You understand? So yes, you're going to have a group to do this work with, because yes, you're used to having to do assignments about your by yourself, but now God's like, nah, you can work with somebody else, and you get excited, right? Okay, cool. So now you're excited because you get to work with other individuals, but do you work well with them? You understand? Who did you select to be your partner in a sense? I want you to think about that. If this person is not a half-ass worker and is really not putting no work in, wants you to do all the work and just wants to write their name on it in the end, then that's not somebody that you need to go into some type of contract or an agreement or connection with, right? But if you find a group that everybody's a hard worker, y'all working together, yes, you're going to have to start from scratch. So that means you're going to have enough materials to get started in a sense. And you already gained materials when you was on your journey by yourself. They was already on, they gained materials when they was on journey by themselves. So that's knowledge. That's just not finances. They may have found out ways to get it. They may have learned certain business tactics. They may have learned certain purposes that they have. They may have planted certain seeds, and now this is a season where they get to water it, but have you to water it with. So now everything that y'all planted is coming into fruition. So you could have planted these seeds in this direction. So that's those fruits, that's the apples, that's the oranges. They planted these seeds over here. That was that cucumbers, that was the tomatoes, all of that. See, they was building things on their own. You was building things too, but everything that y'all was building individually makes y'all both blend together as well. You understand? But there's still going to be tests. You're still going to have that mother who's going to try to comment and speak on certain things. You're going to have to check that. That's why God is having you check those things now. Thank you, baby. That's why God is having you check those things now. Like, listen, this is going to be less work on yourself, all right? I know you talking about you'll clean up that room later after you come home from work, but let's just be realistic. Realistically, after you finish work, you're going to be wanting to unwind and, you understand, relax a little bit. So why would you put more work on you when you have some free time right now to start getting, you understand, handling it? So God is like, all right, well, your partner's about to arrive anytime now. So this is about to be that pop-up. You understand? So this ain't no, God's been giving you a call ahead like, hey, yo, maybe you need to start getting your house in order because they about to be arriving. Or, you know, so-and-so's coming today. They ain't say the time yet, but you know that they about to be arriving. See, God is telling you right now, start cleaning out. Just like when you know so-and-so's talking about they on their way over to your house. When you know that you is freshening the room, lighting candles and shit. You done went to the shower, wash your ass and all of that. You done prepared certain things, right? When you know for a fact that somebody's about to come through what they expecting. So right now, carry that too. Clean up a little bit. Whether or not that's your attitude, whether or not that's your view, whether or not that's the people around you, because people are not going to be happy to see you two together. So the same way that people was mad at you when you was by yourself, you wasn't even romantically connected to nobody. They was mad at you when you didn't even have all the abundance that you're about to receive. They was mad at you when you didn't even believe in yourself at that time, but now you seen it, you believe it, you achieving it, you completing it, and they witnessing it. You understand? So I want you to realize that with this divine partner, you're going to have to start from scratch. So this person may have had the place, this person may have had the that, this person may have had the whip, this person may have had the this, but both of y'all have something that is reciprocation coming in. It's not going to be, oh, this person living in your house, living on your couch, this person being disrespectful, not trying to do something with themselves. It's not going to be those old people. It's not going to be this person that doesn't stand up for you. It's not going to be this person that's denying you. This is not the person that's going to be hiding you. This is not going to be the person that puts you in a position where you feel like you got to compete with anybody else. They're going to make sure that you know who you are and mean to them. You understand me? They already placed you on that shelf. You understand me? So I don't want you to be scared. You got to prepare yourself. Your mind. You got dates that's about to be arriving. If you don't have an outfit yet, as soon as God gives you a few extra dollars, go ahead and get that thing. But if you don't, it's cool. Don't worry about that, because your person, again, is going to love you for you. You don't have to try to dress it up like the past person did you. They try to dress themselves up like they was really that person, but they wasn't. They may have dressed good, but their soul wasn't. You understand me? They may have talked about God, but nothing was godly about them. So I want you to realize that you're aligning with your true divine tribe. This is your aligned purpose. This is making everything come to fruit. You understand? Everything coming back full circle. Everything is happening right now on behalf of you. Do not be stressing. Sometimes you may feel like, well, you don't have enough to prepare for that person. You do. That's what God's about to show you. Like, yo, you were stressing about that couch and that person ain't even trying to sit down. You stressing about this person, like, no, they done went through certain struggles. So if you two, again, are going to show each other how you two can overcome them, they not going to be worried about that. You scared about this or what they going to think about that, because you want your divine partner. You want to make sure that they have everything that they need. You know how much they mean to you, so you want them to have everything. You want to give them the world, but you're not realizing that you already are, because they view you as that chosen ones. You understand? So you trying to spoil them financially, or stressing about paying this, or stressing about doing that. You don't have that bummy energy. You a go-getter. You make things happen. You understand me? You're somebody that, again, puts in certain effort. You're a good person. So God is going to have everything realigned back to you. But know that this person is going to go through certain things with you. So when you have people commenting under just your picture, of course, when you post YouTube, people are going to comment about YouTube too. You understand me? So don't worry about that. They're going to be hating. They're going to be upset. There's some people that's going to be feeling physically sick. They're going to be earning. You understand me? There's certain people that's going to feel like they're giving birth because you just stepped into your rebirth. So they're going to be feeling physically sick. Witnessing you online or witnessing you in person with your divine person, or in that position that God told you that he had for you, but they didn't believe it because they didn't see it, but God didn't show them what he showed you. So therefore, again, chosen one, things are aligning on behalf of you. They're going to see you have your come up. They're going to see you start from, how they say, a few dollars, whatever the case may be. You turn that 2 to 4, so on and so forth. Now, guess what? You sat there and went based upon love, not based upon physical lust. You sat there and went based upon what God guided you to. Realized what he guided you to was much, much, much better than what you previously was connected to. So the whole time you thought that was your that was your divine partner, and that was your downfall. That was your karmic. But that was based upon how you was viewing you, chosen ones. This is why you stepping into your self-love season and you standing in it. Because you thought that person was your twin, and they wasn't even up to certain expectations. They wasn't even a little bit of reflection of you in a sense. But you thought bad about you, that you accepted that type of individual, and you was picking through the bottom of the barrel. You was picking through the best of the bums. Chosen ones, let's keep that real. You was out here fighting for somebody who didn't even fight to see their children. You was out here putting all this work in to provide for this person, and they didn't even put no work in to put no applications in. It wasn't like you was fueling or funding their dreams. They didn't even have no dreams that they was trying to come into fruition. You was out there just raising them. That was your third child, your fourth child. Some of you are so used to raising your parents. You understand that you raise your partners too, because that's what you attract towards you. No, you're not having no more fixer-uppers. This person is going to be properly prepared for you. Yes, there's going to be obstacles. Are there going to be times where y'all start off where your funds may have to get stretched a little bit? Yes, but guys, like, put y'all's heads together. Now we about to see what y'all about to do in a sense. We about to see. So you had to see what you can do when you felt like you was limited in a sense. You made certain things stretch and make certain things happen, right? So then God elevated you. Now he aligned you and upgraded you, so now you connected to somebody else that you can encounter, experience life with too, right? So now God elevated you, so now you have another person that y'all putting y'all's heads together. This is really your twin for real, a reflection of you. This is your true part, not that karmic shit. I'm trying to tell you, you're gonna see that it hits different, right? But hear me out. When you align with your person, now God's like, all right, both of you, if I give you this, what y'all gonna do? Think about a school project. You're gonna be like, all right, let me see. All right, so if I could do this and you can do that, matter of fact, it's almost, y'all play spades so much now, I ain't gonna lie. Y'all might try to pull that card. I cannot play spades. I'm gonna be looking at you like, what's the baby joker? That's the big one. That's spades, baby. You might as well get a different partner. Now you talking Uno, I might can do something with you, but spades, no. But it's almost like, now I done watched y'all, because y'all be slapping them damn cards. I'm like, are y'all fighting or what? I am concerned. The table is rocking. How shorty staycation, Michelle? Don't shake the table. Like, all right. You're getting a little crazy over there. But listen, when you think about when you playing spades, when they talk about how many books you got, right? Okay, this person's talking about they got 2 and a possible. You talking about you got 10 and this. Y'all coming together. Y'all done whip both. You understand? You done whip certain shit up in a sense. Y'all two reuniting has defeated the karmics that y'all was connected to. So that past person you thought was your divine boo, so you met this individual, they're getting defeated. They're experiencing karma. That masculine who tried to hold you back, put spells on you so you couldn't find a divine boo, guess what? They getting hit with karma because y'all two connected. That was it. All y'all had to do was come together, and the rest is going to be history in a sense. But now y'all got to show God what y'all can do together, and that y'all going to stick together, and y'all going to go hard about each other like you went hard about those people who didn't even care about you. So now you showing that you went hard about you. Now you about to be go hard about this individual that's aligned with you, with the same morals as you, the same values as you, the same trainers as you, the same purpose as you, heading in the same direction as you. So now y'all almost carpooling in the sense, sharing energy. It's not all in on you. They may have the whip, but you got the gas to put in that shit, or vice versa, whatever the case may be. They may like driving, but you got the whip, the gas, whatever that. You got the person that's the perfect partner. You may like to drive at night. They may like to drive in the day. You may like this. They may like that, but y'all balance evenly. You understand? So now you're about to get presented with your partner. What are you going to do? As y'all come together and make things happen, the last step is now y'all have free access to endless abundance. Half of you was ungrateful in your past lifetime. You had everything that you wanted or needed, and you still was complaining. So now God's like, you gotta earn it back. Some of us got in trouble because we was handing out cash or wealth energetically to people who was on the ops. We was giving love and affection and protection to people who was trying to take us out. So that was you. God had to stop wealth from coming through because you was out there funding the opposition. You was out there funding the people that was doing black magic on you, that was sabotaging you, was talking bad about you. People didn't want good. You was out there helping them. So God had to stop you so that you couldn't help them. And guess what? That's the end of that. Y'all align with your divine Buddha. Rest is history. You got that endless love. You're going to be laughing all the time. Ain't no getting irritated with them. If y'all have a little irritation, both y'all the same. And that means both of y'all not going to be holding on to anything. You're going to be irritated and laugh. Or both of y'all going to know how to make that energy snap back. Y'all going to know what to say to each other to help each other resist. It's not going to be none of that crazy and toxicity shit. It's going to be, y'all are going to be aligned like, baby, what's wrong? I felt you energetically. What happened? What's on your mind? How you feeling? You all right? We gonna know. It ain't no, they gotta beat around the bush. They ain't even gotta call us. We gonna call them like, what's up? Nah, I don't like that. Nah, because I tuned in, you heard me, and I felt somebody was trying to play with you. Oh, matter of fact, I tuned in and I felt like so-and-so said something, so I had to check up on you. No, we know that. That's our divine boost, so they going to pick up on you. It's going to be an even balance. You're going to always feel full. You understand me? This is also pertaining to certain positions as well, chosen ones. The people that the positions that you're about to get placed into. Are you prepared for them? Right now, you may be applying to certain jobs that are way far out that you don't even know how you're going to get there yourself. Some of you could find a job and be like, all right, you may not have no ride, but you like, okay, well, I could take this bus route, or you feel like you could walk it out, whatever the case may be. You take initiative. If you got to ride that bike, you willing to do that shit, right? Because if God co-signed that position, you like, all right, well, let me match that. If God got me accepted to that position and he told me I can have that, and this aligns with my schedule perfectly and all of these things, I need to do something too. And sometimes it just requires you to actually sit there and try to come up with a plan, and God's like, nah, I got you. I just wanted to see, was you really serious about that? Like, I wanted to see, was you still real serious about that? So that's almost like God's having you put your pride to the side and tell somebody what you're going through. Like, hey, do you think I can get that ride? And if that person says no, cool. Because you didn't allow God to. God may have had you go past that person just because they owed you. And God was like, let me see what they going to do while we in this neck of the woods. Let me see real quick. Because so-and-so owed you those rides from back in the day when you used to give it to them. Or so-and-so owed you for this. So matter of fact, let me see them first. Because when you was doing that, I told you not to do that shit. But let me just see what they going to do. You asked them. They like, nah, they ain't got it for you. Or nah, if they got it, they don't want to give it to you. God's like, all right, cool. God has you call this person, and this other person comes through. And guess what, chosen ones? Now you got to ride. You ain't got to worry about then your first check that you get. You're going to have some wheels in a sense. Things are going to start working out on your behalf. See, that person that you work with, God told you that you just had to get there because they was needing something as far as gas too. Again, they got the whip. You got certain gas, and they work together and they gonna assist you. Now you got the dream team. This person could pay for rent. You can pay for electric. That's a nice balance. Because there once was a time where you was stressing about paying both of that. You understand me? So if you like, man, listen, I can cover this. You can cover that. If not, you got it covered until they can cover it. Like it's going to be an even exchange. It's not going to be one-sided. As far as that job, again, everything's going to align. The hours, the time, the dates. You already got the clothes that you need for it. You understand me? They need work boots. You already got the steel toes for when they call you. You already prepared for that. Just know that. So love, your purpose, this business, you so excited about it. Have you thought about the color scheme that you want? Have you looked at the cost for certain P.O. boxes? Have you looked up as far as certain warehouses or certain merchants, whatever the case may be? Have you did your due diligence pertaining to it? Have you rested when God's been telling you to chill a little bit because it's about to be takeoff time? So he's telling you don't got to do as much work right now. Like, chill. That time's going to come. Like, I need you to get that rest because we got a whole ride that we're about to do that you got to stay up with. You understand me? So it's almost like, nah, I need you to take that. When you know somebody's driving and you like, nah, before we get on that road, I need you to go to sleep. I need you to lay it down because we got a long ride ahead of ourselves. Like, no, you need to take that time. So you could be stressing like, oh, well, finances and this. I understand, but don't stress. Do you know who your father is? Like, your father, God, has that long bread. Like, that long bread, like, don't disrespect him. Like, seriously, don't disrespect him. You out here, well, I don't know if you don't know if he can do it. You don't know if he got it. God said, choose what you want, and it's going to be aligned. But you so used to picking off the dollar section, the little cheap section. God was like, yo, I told you can have whatever you like, baby. Like, what you got appetite for? Go. You know there's a whole other half of the store. You ain't got to just stick to this little side. You know you ain't got to go straight to the clearance rack. Like, I appreciate that, but my bread's really long like that. Like, what you mean? And you're his child. And you listen to him. And you put that work in. That's almost like those parents who say, oh, the child who goes to school and does the things that I need him to, I'm going to leave an inheritance to you. Does that sound familiar? Oh, right. So God, your father, right? Oh, right. So that's the divine. That's the Most High. That's Allah. That's Jah. Same individual, same spirit. You heard me? But when we describe them, we may give them a different name. So again, that's like, hey, yo, you know this person as Ray Ray. Who's Ray Ray? You describe him. Oh, I call him Raymond. Who's Raymond and Ray Ray? You describe them. Oh, I call him Raymond. We, the Most High, the highest of the high, the universe. That means everything around you represents him, right? So don't get disrespect. Why you call him the universe and not God? Did God create the universe? Did we say everything around you is God? So aren't we talking about the same thing? Bernie, sit your ass down. Shut it up. Because you start that shit and I'm not, how they say, don't start no shit, won't be no shit. You out here arguing, we talking about the same person. Oh, well, technically, you not on his list anyway. So technically, you speaking about some shit that you not about to see. Huh? You talking about what? Because you not as saved as you thought, Miss Margaret. I don't know if you thought that you was getting brownie points for disrespecting people and stirring them away from God. I don't know if you thought, but God's, you not on, you going from the other side, baby. Ain't no upper room for you. How they say the upper room? No upper room for you. Motherfuckers is going to be looking down at you saying they miss you. I'm just trying to say, you judging, you disrespect, you leading people away from God, you judgmental. God knows who he assigns to relay what he assigns them to relay. God knows who he's talking to or what information. Some people get so upset because they pay attention to the messenger, and the whole time God knows who he's selecting. He's like, yo, can you translate this for me? Because when I done showed them all these signs, I done showed them butterflies, cardinals, dragonflies. I done sat there and seen 444, 222, 111 a million times. I done sat there, had them songs say it to them. They done had the dreams about it. So matter of fact, it must be something lost in translation. They must not understand that. That's almost like somebody from a different country who, again, let me say this too. Matter of fact, let me say this first. Somebody from a different country that learned English. They may not be perfect, but the fact that they are bilingual, they technically more on it than you. And you talking shit because you can't understand them, but it's like they more fluent than you. They know 2 languages, motherfucker. You talking about speak English, well, you barely speaking that, and they know how to speak both. They minds a little better than yours if we're going to be technical, but I digress. Let's get into this. But chosen ones, we are the translator. God's like, hey, yo, they ain't heard me, so can you tell that? And we like, okay, well, and just like when you see certain people go to different countries, they like, hey, can you translate this? And that person, the interpreter, is going to put it in short terms to make sure it's clear in a sense. Like, yeah, so basically they saying it. So that's why God knows who he assigns to say what he tells them to say. And people may say, you're not supposed to talk like that. Well, why would God be talking to us and tell us to tell it then? Why he ain't tell you to tell some shit? Why he ain't tell you the same information? Why he don't trust you with certain secrets then? Huh? Oh, why? I'm just curious. Why he ain't give you the gifts as you so godly? He knew who he was talking to, the person who's not a pushover and who's not going to listen to so-so ass, judgmental ass individuals like you. The person who's going to stand their ground and not let nobody put them down. That person who's going to sit there and stand on everything that they say, not go everybody else's way. The person who's not scared for people to call them weirdo just because they act or walk differently. Nah, we stand on, we don't need you to approve us, Miss Mary Jane. Matter of fact, I got a message for you too. God said next time your ass keep doing what you do, he gonna have you slip up like that wig be slipping up too. Keep playing. Keep playing. He like, hey, yo, Miss Mary, don't keep disrespecting her. Don't keep judging that female or that masculine. Don't keep putting him down, requiring your son to act like he's your partner. What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, well, I'm your mother. Exactly, you're the mother. So he shouldn't have to do everything for you. Now, if you did it for him, he's going to return that to you. But you expecting a child that you abandoned to step up and assist you when you got your hand out to them when God asked you to do it first and you didn't. Oh, no, you're not getting shit. That was a test for you, Miss Margaret. That was a test for you, Jamal. I can't say James because I always be saying James when I love this James on here. That's my, you know what I'm saying? He got good energy. But nah, no, I'm not, no thank you. Get out of here. We not listening to that. You're not about to tell me how to live my life. You mad. Oh, why that happened? That's why it's not happening to you, Miss Mary Jane. You talking about how that girl sits there and raises her kids and 5 out of 6 of your kids are now in prison. Huh? You talking about how that child, they got all these J's. Well, how come your children got all them cases? I'm not understanding how you mad because that person's taking care of their child. Oh, they don't need all that. You mad because you didn't do all that. Sit it down. You upset because you competing with your child and they showing you that what you said couldn't be done, they did. You sitting there talking about, oh, you didn't fulfill your dreams because you had all these kids, and the same child that you talking shit because she got 7 kids, she out here getting it. Why didn't you? Huh? That's why the parents really be mad, because everything they persuaded themselves they couldn't do, you made those dreams come true. So now they get reminded every time they see you up in those positions. Now they in competition with you. Now they projecting energy on you. Now every time you do something, they not acknowledging you or throwing certain jabs at you. You mad because your ass had an opportunity to do it and you didn't. And just like when they didn't have a place for you to stay, oh, hell time, looky, how they say, oh, hell time does fly. God only had you get presented that where you had to depend on them, because he knew in the end they was going to have to come back to you and they not going to get shit. Nah, your mother didn't let you stay at her crib, put you out early. Now her bills due, she's getting evicted, figure it out. Huh? The same way you put that masculine over your child, you better go to Charles and ask him for that shit. Huh? You better find somebody else. You ain't putting that pressure on your child. He got a whole nother family that he's building then. Or your daughter. She sitting there, got all these children she taking care of. She done sat there and put her happiness to the side for your ass the whole time, and you an ungrateful individual. You entitled to her ass. You talking about how, oh, she got to pay you for you to watch your grandchild. Fuck out of here. What type of mother are you? If they out there really doing the things that they striving to do, you had a mother that watched your child, and if you didn't have a mother who watched your child, why the hell would you want your child to go through that shit? You crazy. How you sit there and went through certain things and want to see somebody else relive that then? You crazy. How you sitting there and talk about they gotta pay you for you to watch your grandchild that they gave you another opportunity to do right by, because you ain't do right by them. The fact that they even trust you with their kids is a blessing in a sense, but you talking about they gotta pay you when your ass need a ride. They help you. When this person don't come through, they come through for you. When they doing everything that they set out to do, and when they was younger, you sat there and prevented them from thinking that their dreams could come true. When you got enough nerve to try that shit when they grown, fuck out of here. You better call time, or you better call somebody, because your ass about to be, no. Huh? No. It ain't, you ain't show up to their games, they ain't showing up to your wake. I just don't understand it. People be like, oh, well, you can close the door. You don't have to. God's not expecting you to forgive that person because they asses is dead. I'm sorry. Like, some of y'all, I be having to tell you, like, listen, some of your people who did bad shit to you come to, and I have to tell you, like, hey, yo, you know your father said this to you. Y'all be choked up. Oh, I don't want to talk. I gotta tell you, if God tells them that they gotta speak up because they ain't say this to you while they was here, and I gotta relay it to you, then you gonna have to hear that shit then. You understand? But some of you putting these people who were disrespectful to you, touched you, sit there and sabotage you, put you down your whole life, but you sitting there focusing about keeping what legacy? Oh, I don't want to disrespect the dead. You ain't talking about that you smoking on their ass, but you talking about how their asses really was, in a sense. They wasn't shit. He was disrespectful. He was a user, abuser. So-and-so was a drunk. He would have been around longer had he not did that shit. Why we crying and acting like we didn't know that this was going to happen when so-and-so done overdosed 12 times and keeps going back to the shit? Why are we acting so, do you want to die too? Because you killing yourself, stressing yourself about somebody who don't even want to make it through. Just God, what you see fit then. Some of you out here stressing about shit that don't got nothing to do with you. You out here oh, well, your mother, she was evil. She was disrespectful. She was a wicked witch of them all. She sat there and chose her partner over you and knew he was touching on y'all. She sat there and chased certain drugs rather than play that position. She sat there and is the reason why your ass needed to heal you right now as a grown-ass person. That person blocked you, and you think I'm going to let you sit there and put them on some type of spiritual pedestal? Fuck out of here. They wasn't shit then, and sorry, when they passed away, surprise, they still got a little bit of ain't shit in them. They still going through certain training in the next lifetime, so on and so. I don't know. If they made it right before they passed, they cool then. But if they didn't, that's their ass, Mr. Postman. I don't understand what you want me to do. Because some of y'all you feel like when you thinking about God, you think it's going to be all sunshine. God, this is the same God that says an eye for an eye. You understand me? So you're going to have to pick a side. If God's punishing them based upon what they put you through, and you try to spare these people and they can't save you, then your ass gonna get that too. So now it's both y'all going through it. You better choose your side. You can't, oh, I can't see that. Well, look your ass the other way then. You talking about, oh, I hate to see that. Well, I hate to tell you, it was either you or them. I hate to tell you that they wouldn't even be experiencing death if they ain't playing that death magic in a sense. I hate to tell you that they wanted you to be going through what they going through, so therefore that's why they looking crazy at you. You understand me? Now those same people who plotted against you, you understand me, are now returning to you to try to see if you could give them a description on how you survived what they sent towards you, but you got that shit within you, so they not equipped to get through what they directed towards you. That's why they killed themselves in a sense. They sat there and went all these highs and lows to try to take you out, and that shit came back and they took themselves out. Like, you could have skipped all of this. You should have just put your name in that damn jar since you out here trying to put spells on motherfuckers in. You crazy. Y'all did love spells on people who are naturally here to love you. So when you put love spells on somebody who loves you, I don't know if y'all know about certain positive and negatives, but that cancels that shit out. So now you done played yourself. Now that person can't stand to be around you. Now that person sees you for who you truly are because you woke up. Some of y'all starting to see, like, shorty, don't call me. You going through, you talking about you don't know how you going to do this, figure it out then. But some of you are going through certain things where God is having you calling individuals to assist with you, or has you crossed with individuals who were called to assist you, where he done spoke to this individual and said, when you come across this person, I want you to provide this to them. That's almost like, hey, I'm not around right now, but can you get so-and-so that $100, that $50, that $20? You understand that little dub? And when I come back, I'm going to give that right back to you. You got to put your trust in that person, right? So this is God we talking about. I'm talking about long money, the creative of them all. You understand me? I'm talking about the highest of the high. So therefore, you already know what he say he got it, right? So if God says, get to this person, give them this opportunity, give them this love, give them this acknowledgement, give them this finances, whatever the case may be, you could feel like you limited. You like, God, you telling me, sir, you telling me to give them this, and I just prayed for you to put this 25 in my hand. He like, baby, I know, but hand it to them. I promise you, I got you. You like, but you gonna trust it. Like, all right, God, I got you, and give it to God, right? Put it in God's hand. You give it to the person he tells you to provide it to. And then guess what happens? As soon as you hand it to them, an exchange happens energetically. All of a sudden, you check that energetic cash app in a sense, and you got money sent to you instantly. It's almost like that 20 then turned to that 40, or that 50 then turned to 100. The fact that you was willing to loan it to them and trust them with the process. See, God's like, yo, I got it. Stop playing with me like that. Because now, since you try to act like I ain't have it like that, now I'm about to make you wait a little bit. Now you stressed it. Now you said that you was going to pay me back. I got this bill I got to pay. God's like, yo, what I tell you? He going to wait to the last minute. Like, nope, you want to try to play me? Who you talking to? You try to huff and puff. You try to blow me up. You try to sit there. That's you keep praying about the same thing. God, you said, Carol, you sure? God's like, baby, I heard you. I told you I got you, right? You did what I asked you to do, right? All right, then you good. Like, calm down. You blowing God up, and he say you already on his way. So when he stop answering, you start panicking, and he's not answering because he's currently in movement. Chill out. How dangerous is that to talk on the phone while we in action? Like, come on. So that's why God's like, be silent when you moving. Because where you going to, it's not always safe. There's certain distractions. Certain people could try to run out in front of you. You got to be paying attention. He like, I'm going to talk loud enough so that you can hear me. I'm going to talk through these people that you come in contact with so you know that this is coming from me. He going to make sure that you understand that message clearly. So that's almost like that GPS in your car, loud as I don't know what. You ain't got to have your hands on it at all. It's loud enough to tell you, make this turn, a few things ahead, this, so on and so forth. So allow God to speak through you, but he's going to speak through you through various things. If God is everything, he's going to use everything to talk to you. Numbers and synchronicities that you see, certain music that you hear, certain people that you cross paths with. You could have tried to run from that message. Now he calling you. So think about when you was a child, you ducking your mother's phone call out. And she like, all right, you ain't answer your phone. She calling everybody that you around. She calling your auntie. Is so-and-so over there? She calling your granny. Is so-and-so over there? So God's going to call to other individuals to still get that message through to you. You may be mad, but he might mess around and embarrass you. So your ass better answer. You understand me? You better answer. When God sits there in the lines and says certain things, you're going to get that message regardless. Whether or not that's a bird that you see, an animal that you see, the music that you hear, he going to speak through certain people. Somebody randomly crossing paths with you and saying something to you and you like, how you know that? That's why when God tells you to say certain things, it doesn't matter if that person at that time know what you're talking about, because they ain't ran into it yet. God is giving you that warning like, hey, yo, listen, tell them right now, be cautious. There's certain floods ahead. Because if they start racing, they're going to run right into it, and that's some recklessness. So God's like, no, listen, tell them. They like, I don't believe it. I don't even see no rain in the sky. I don't even see no clouds. We like, yo, we just came from there. Like, I'm telling you right now. This ain't no, I'm not playing with you. And they're going to play themselves. Some people don't take heed to those storm warnings. But that doesn't mean that you still don't tell them, because if you don't speak up and something happens to them, you get in trouble for that. You could have said something. So if you telling them like, listen, there's a warning. God says stay away from this person. They may not believe it at that time, but they'll start paying attention to them. That could save their life. Or again, you telling them like, yo, I don't think you need to go there, or this is how you got to speak that. Or again, if they family that passed away is relaying something to them, you got to speak that. Some of you may not have that gift, but I can tell you when I'm walking and randomly certain spirits step in like, yo, can you tell my daughter this, that, and the third? I tell them and I be feeling so awkward. They be crying. I be trying to console them. Like, listen, I'm sorry, but I got to tell you, like, I don't play. Disobedience or delayed listening to God is disobedience. So if he tells you to take that action at that time, it is mandatory. It is very important, because any delay could make things not happen how they supposed to happen. So stop. It's that domino effect. If you even move that shit at the wrong angle, certain things won't be affected like it's supposed to be then. You understand me? So trust this process. But chosen ones, I got to get up off of here. I definitely wanted to tune back in with you to relay the additional messages that I have for you. I'm going to post this on YouTube. But if you want a more personal reading, my coaching sessions are available, chosen ones. During those coaching sessions, you can ask me as many questions as possible as you want through the time period. So if it's 30 minutes, honestly, we may go over that. If you book a 30-minute, we typically do. Those who book an hour, we typically do. Like, I'm not even going to lie. If you book a 30, we usually go to the hour mark, unless there's somebody right behind you. As far as the hour, we usually go to an hour and 30, depending on the information that comes out. But I want to make sure that while we're on there, you're asking as many questions as you want. You getting the confirmations. Y'all don't even got to tell me about yourself. But if some of you want to vent, you get that floor too. But as the downloads come through for you, I always get that opportunity. Like, baby, you want me to elaborate? Anything else you want to say? Some of you, these are things that you've been feeling and God's been confirming them for you. Some of these things are people that passed away that you've been praying to, that you've been feeling like they ain't been communicating with you. And I'm like, listen, when you was in that room sitting right there, and you seen this, it's going to be a specific. You're going to know that it comes from them. You understand me? That's why I say be cautious. Like, I'm confident with mine. Not no, this ain't no ego. That shit is evil. This is confident that God selected me. You understand me? Like, I'm confident in what things get shown to me and told to me. I'm standing by everything that I say. So when you come to me for a reading and I record it for you and you go back and reference it, I know for a fact that in due time those things is going to get presented to you. That's why I'm standing on that. I'm going to record that. But coaching sessions, shows and ones is differently. And again, that's not no me trying to be I'm confident. You gotta be. When you in your position, you don't want no doctor so-so. You don't want no dentist so-so. You want somebody who know what they talking about, know that they done sat there and put their work in, know that they sat there and got that stamp by whatever it is in order to do what they doing. So chosen ones, I got you. You hear me? Again, if you need me, you know how to receive me. You know how to reach me. I got you. Continue to be great. If you need me, chosen ones, I'm here. Be great.